So there's this girl at my school, and I'm not gonna say her name, so I'm just gonna call her Karen. But anyway, she posted on her Instagram, and she said, "Hey, while I was on vacation, I was in a shop, and someone had put up a poster that showed a picture of Martin Luther King, and said he didn't loot, burn things down, or turn to violence, and still made a difference / achieved his goals." And she put, "Just remember that he was assassinated." Okay, so okay. So she's basically trying to say that he managed to achieve something without having to, I guess, loot. Which, I mean, if you're trying to change the world, you shouldn't have to kill people in it. Well, besides war, so that makes sense. But if you're trying to be, like, trying to stand up for people's rights, you don't go killing white people and then basically say, yeah, this is for my rights. That just doesn't make any sense. It really started to piss me off at this point, where she said, "Remember he was assassinated." Okay? And then she goes on by saying, "Sometimes violence is the only way to get a message across." Really? So you think that guy had to kill Martin Luther King just so people could see his opinion? No, he could have just kept it to himself. If he didn't like him that bad, he wasn't trying to get opinion across, he just didn't like him that badly, so he killed him. So, debunked. But, then it says, "Writing is going to make a hell of a lot more of a difference than a peaceful protest." Oh my god. No, it's not. I'll just say that. Simple answer. But I'm going to go on. It's not going to make a hell of a lot more of a difference because... Why? Because, let's look at this. You have a riot, breaking into places, making people lose their business and all their money, and they have to pay for damages, and they have to try to get customers back, and they had nothing to do with the death of George Floyd. So those people don't have any opinions. They're just looting to loot. So that doesn't make any sense, you idiot. And also, a peaceful protest, that's people actually sharing their opinions. Why? Because they're holding up signs saying Black Lives Matter and saying justice for George Floyd. They're not breaking into a 7-Eleven, stealing a couple bags of candy saying for George Floyd, because that wouldn't make any sense. So, yeah, none of what you're saying is making sense so far. And the fact that you think rioting makes a bigger difference, it doesn't, because cops, they're going to be involved in lots of riots. But when cops see a peaceful protest, they're going to be like, okay, nothing bad's happening, we can back off a bit, and we'll leave these people alone so they can continue to have their little protest. So, they're not even trying to... The cops aren't even trying to hit the people doing the protest because they're not doing anything wrong. Only the people rioting... Oh, shit. Only the people rioting are doing stuff wrong. So, I don't know what you're trying to get your point across here. Then she says, Minneapolis already started defunding their police, and with that, ACAB. I don't really care about this part, but I figured I'd read it so you wouldn't have to. So you're welcome. So, yeah, next time, if you got a question for Big Daddy, you can come sit on my lap. She made another post that I didn't get a screenshot of, which the last one I showed you, CJ took the screenshot for me, but, because I don't follow her. But what she also said on the last one was, they're only making a curfew so they can silence our opinions. Just, let that sink in for a second. They're only making a curfew so they can silence our opinions. Yeah, that stupid governor, yeah, he's only making curfew so that way we can't shout out Black Lives Matter. It's not like they really care about us and they're actually trying to make sure everyone's nice and safe. But to her, she thinks everyone who does something that doesn't go her way, that they're instantly, I don't know, like evil, I guess. CJ went on to messaging her saying they're not doing that to silence our opinions, they're doing it to keep everyone safe. I don't know, she started to argue, being a Karen, probably asked for CJ's manager, and then, you know, she blocked him eventually because she knew she was wrong, but like Karens, they don't want to hear other people's opinions because they think they're right about everything. She then says, I don't care how nice of a person a cop is. They still work for a corrupt system that unfairly targets African Americans. Okay, alright, so in her eyes, she thinks to herself, think about it, she thinks if there's a cop saves 300,000 people from a terrorist attack. I know it's a lot, 30,000. Saves 30,000 people from a terrorist attack. She's one of those 30,000, and she's like, wow, I can't believe I got saved. Who could have done this? Oh, a cop? Oh, well, he's instantly a horrible person because he apparently, some cops that are racist, they they're all bad. They're all bad, but apparently, yeah, frick you, cop. I'd rather have died in the terrorist attack than have someone save me. I prefer if it wasn't a cop. So, the part that annoyed me the most is when I thought about it, she said that it was a corrupted system. No, it's not what it is. There are a couple corrupted people in the system, but the system isn't corrupted because it's worked for years, hundreds of years. And for the fact that you were saying that it's corrupted, who are you to judge, you freaking Karen? Yeah, you know what? Just for disrespecting cops like that, I'm gonna give you a nice slap on the nut. She then says the only good cop is a cop that quits, then puts abolish police under it. So she basically wants every police, she doesn't want police stations to be around, she doesn't want cops to be around, which, when you think about it, that's mega retarded, because if she basically, oh my god, I'm trying not to, I feel like I'm losing brain cells by losing this. I don't have a lot left anyways. So she's basically saying, if she doesn't want any single cop, she doesn't want a single cop around, then she's gonna, motherfucker, who the fuck is texting me right at this? Sorry, I just got a message on my phone. Anyways, so she thinks that if there are no cops around, the world will be better. But you get mugged in the alleyway, little Jimmy Coon comes out with broken glass bottle and puts it up to your neck. And he takes your purse. You can't call the cops because they're not going to be around anymore. So, yeah, you're fucking stupid. Anyways, she's just like every other Karen, lonely, doesn't have any friends, and retarded. And I don't know if it's just me, but whenever I see a Karen, they're so desperate for love that whenever a guy just says, you look nice, he's already ready to slam dunk his hot dog. Anyway, guys, let's put a hashtag all around the world. Hashtag freak Karens, hashtag they suck pee. I'll put it at the end of here. And yeah. Yes.